What's your story? What's your sign? It's like we're twin flames in a different life. Deep connection lights a spark. It's like you know me in the depths of my heart. We're dreamers.
Afternoon, guys. This is not the video I intended to make for this weekend. I had another one scheduled, but I was recently talking on Facebook and I was made aware that a lot of you guys haven't realised that the trespass law has actually come into force. It has been passed in Parliament, and on the 28th of June it was finally put into practice, so it is law. You can find out the details to that under the trespass law under the government site, and I think there's a couple of others that you can find out the details to it. So what does that entail for us as van lifers? I think we all realise, let me just sit down here. I think we all realise that the trespass law was brought in to combat the gypsy travellers and the mess and destruction that they were causing. But I'm going to just go over some of the points that the government site that I've just read up point out, and that is, it's an offence, or is considered an offence, if somebody, a local, reports to them that they are intimidated. Dylan, stay. If a local person reports to the police that they are intimidated by you or your van and they are scared to walk by it, you're committing an offence. I know that to me was quite a big shock. What else is there? A bonfire or a fire, smoke from a fire, you're committing an offence. And I don't see how this only applies to people in vans, but this would have to be proven in court of law, I guess, when it finally gets there, because I can't see how some of these rules can apply to people in a van, but they don't apply to people in houses. A bad smell coming from your van, or a smell, not even a bad smell, a smell coming from your van that somebody complains about, you're committing an offence. And what else was there? Some of the legislation, some of the legal legislation that says you're committing an offence simply because you have a smell coming from your van that somebody finds not nice, then how does that make you a criminal? It's unbelievable. What else was there? Excessive littering. Yeah, what would you take as excessive littering? See, for me, if someone drops multiple items, if someone threw a bag of crisps and a tin can, a can of Coke on the floor, I'd say that they are littering excessively. A bag of rubbish that a fox pulls out, if you leave a bag of rubbish outside your van and a fox pulls it out, I would consider that excessive littering. All of these are now offences under the trespass law, and you could be requested to move. If you don't move, your van could be seized. You could face 3 months in prison or £2,500 fine, or all three of them, which is unbelievable, because that seems to be more of an offence than what certain people get for some serious offences. Yeah, I'm pretty much surprised at the extent the government has gone through to make some of these laws legit. Can you believe it now? You could cook a curry in your van and a neighbour or somebody, a local, reports you for being offensive, having an offensive smell, and you would be told to move. And the new legislation as well says it is no longer a 3-month that they don't have to request you to leave for 3 months. They can now request you to leave the area for a year. Quite a surprise as well. So yeah, these laws have now become legal. They are in force. So this is just a video to make you aware of that, because I've noticed, I've just looked on YouTube to see if any of the other channels have picked up on it, or if anyone else has picked up on it, and nobody is reporting anything about it. With so many large channels that say they are full-time, I'm quite surprised. And I do know for a fact that there are a certain number of full-timers that are not full-time, large channels as well. So I'm not going to call anyone out on it, but you know who you are. There's a certain number of people that say they are full-time when they are clearly not, and I don't know why they would want to do that, why they need to do that. They could just say they are a traveller, a nomad, whatever they want to call themselves, but they label themselves as full-time van life when they are not. And if you was full-time van life, surely you would have picked up on something quite as important as this. Now, I knew this legislation came out on the 28th. This is a couple of weeks ago now, and I just assumed that everybody else would know. It had been followed quite closely on the Facebook groups. Everybody was aware that the new trespass law was going through Parliament. What they are not aware is that it has been passed, which does surprise me a little bit, but I guess the way the governments have been running recently with all this cloak and dagger stuff and going behind their backs, they've probably hidden it behind all the Boris Johnson crap that's been going on. So yeah, this is just really an update to let you know that the law has passed. It is in force. People in Cornwall, I believe, this is news to me this morning. I've only just heard this, so I can't really confirm it, but I've heard from other friends in van life that people in Cornwall are going to be removed tomorrow. These are van lifers, these are not gypsies, these are van lifers. They're going to be removed from their place of residence, their park-ups. Whether that is true or not, we will find out over the next coming days. And I also hear that the bottom road in Mamtor, up at Mamtor, the Peak District, that is going to become a residents only or a no overnight parking area. The councils there, the parish council, are going to remove overnight parking from the area. Now, I'm not sure whether that's going to include the top road, just the bottom road, or what areas that's going to include. But that's something, again, that full-time van lifers should be picking up on and letting everybody know. And I'm surprised they're not. Again, my channel's quite a small channel, so this isn't going to get out there as well as I'd like it to. So it's a shame, really. But yeah, this is just to let you know, guys, that the trespass law is in force. You can find out all the details on the government site. It was enforced from the 28th of June. So just be aware that if you are asked to move by the police or council or anyone in authority, please don't refuse, because now the consequences have all changed. You don't really want to lose your van. I'd hate to see someone lose their van because they didn't know that this law existed. So yeah, I hope you like this video. If you do, give me a thumbs up, subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one. Thanks, guys.